look at that beast of an engine. V8.
Yeah, he's gone.
What is going on, my peeps? It's your boy Ellis here. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, okay, this is gonna be tricky here. Let me get out of here before I start talking. Don't want to get hit. Woo, that was close. Damn, that was close. He didn't go all the way past. Oh my god. Wow. Anyways, as I was saying, a few weeks ago or a week or so ago, if you guys follow me on Instagram, then you'll know I was posting I posted a few pictures of and videos of the old V8. Go cross. Oh my god, this flipping out. Yeah, as I was saying, if you guys follow me on those platforms, and I posted a few videos and a picture a while back of a E90 M3, so the four-door version of the V8 amazing M3 from the previous generation. And a few people was like, why would you get my car's better than that, blah blah blah. So in this video I thought I'd just go over why I was even considering getting that car. Okay, so why would I even consider getting an M3 over, let's say, what cars can that car still compete with? I think it can still compete with a lot of cars, but I'm gonna say in the BMW category, I'm gonna put it up against the 140i and the BMW and the new BMW M2. What factors can I say put into place to justify that it's worth it to get a E90 M3 over a BMW 140 135i or a BMW M2 if you have that sort of cash to spend on an M2? So I'm taking in consideration desirability, driver focusedness, how amazing it is to drive, sound, what else, value for money, and holding value as well, like how well it holds its value. So how it looks. I have always been a fan of the E92 M3, so that's the coupe version. I've always loved the four-door version, but why I've been like so focused on it is because I was having problems with this car. I'm still having problems with this car, and I was thinking, if I was gonna sell this, then what else can I get around the same price point that will amaze me, that will just like without thinking about Golf R and S3, because I've left an S3 boosted, I'm sorry, I've left your S3, and Golf R, I haven't been against the Golf R, but I don't think I want to go four-wheel drive. I want a bit of fear, like from a rear-wheel drive car. So I was thinking, what would I get if I was meant to sell this car when I was having a bit of problems with it? As I said, I'm still having problems, but it's under the realms of fixing at the moment. So I was thinking, okay, if around the same price point, I was like, damn, M3s have dropped a lot. So I was like, the coupes are way more cheaper than the coupes are way more cheaper than the four-door sedans. That's because I think so many people got the coupes, and I was thinking, that's an interesting car to get. Like the only factors that was putting me off was insurance. Insurance would be double than what I pay now. Running costs at the moment, let's see how much I average in this car, miles per gallon, just roughly. Let's go from long term, 16.2 miles per gallon. 16.2 miles per gallon. And that's with mixed driving. 16.2, like this car claims to do like 20 odd in the city. 16.2. The BMW M3 V8, it's a V8, so obviously it drinks a lot of petrol. And I've looked at the stats and I've seen like 20, 22. So I'm thinking it will probably be around 12 to 15 miles per gallon. So how much further off is that compared to this? You know what I mean? But it's a V8, so you're gonna put your foot down a lot more to get that soundtrack, and obviously it's naturally aspirated, so you have to build up in the revs to get it going. So that was running costs. So running costs was a factor. What else was there? There was covered insurance, so the servicing and stuff like that, tires, because obviously you're gonna spin the tires a lot, so tires was a factor, and all of them stuff. And obviously you don't want to put like crappy tires on an M3. I was thinking it would be a stretch if I was meant to sell this car to get an M3. I would have probably been like an extra £300 a month or something like that. So I'm not willing to pay that at the moment, but it was a consideration, like taking into consideration like all the factors that I'm gonna talk about anyways. So the M3 over, let's say, a 140i. The 140i, we all know that's an amazing car. 140, 135i, we all know that those are amazing cars. 3-liter, straight six or whatever you want to call them, and they sound amazing. I test drove one like a very long time ago, and it was really, really amazing. It sounds great, it goes amazing, but everyone always complains about the mini M cars, as they call them. Like they're not as good as the M cars because they're not driver focused. Like they haven't got like that lock-in differential, so if you want to stick the back end out, then both tires go together. I was in a ton of them, but I didn't realize. Yeah, so they haven't got that limited slip differential. They're not as driver focused as an M car. They're a mini M car, so obviously the M cars are the true spirited driving kind of cars, and whereas the mini M is just like a taste of what that's like. So for the same price as a 140i, let's say you can get a good 140i for around 22 grand, you can pick up a low to mid to high mileage M3 for that price in fairly good condition. And what's even better is that for the newer cars, they're gonna depreciate so much more. So you might pick up that 140i for like 22 grand. Within the next 2 years, it's probably worth like 16 grand. Whereas if you pick up that M3, because it's like the only V8 M3 ever made, and probably the last one ever made, it's probably going to hold its value a bit more, especially the sedan version, because there wasn't a lot of them. So these are all the factors I was thinking about. So there weren't a lot of sedan versions. There were more coupes. That's why the coupes were a bit cheaper than the sedans. And the one that I'm actually going to see an M3 now, an E90 M3 now, and he was saying to me that they're holding the value very well, and they're even going up in value, because as I was saying, that generation of car they're already made. Whereas the M140i, they're going to keep making one. They're going to make probably one next. I don't know when that production is going to start, but even when it stops, those cars are still going to depreciate because they're so populated in a sense. I don't think I think they might hold their value at probably like 8 grand. Like I'm talking in the next 5 years or so, they probably drop to like 8 grand, and they probably hold the value at that price. Whereas, as I was saying, the M2, you never know, that car might continue climbing in value, especially if you get a limited edition one. A special edition one like the CS, no, those cars are like 200 grand I think. Like, yeah, they have a few special version ones that you can get for maybe 30 grand, which is like brand new an M40i, but we're talking like low 20s. And as I was saying, I think they'll hold the value very well. Correct me if you think I'm wrong, like in the next 3 years, like how much is that car going to depreciate? It's already done its depreciation. It's already been through a cycle. It's also been through that cycle of production, so it's done its depreciation. So how much more depreciation is it going to get? You know what I mean? The only thing with these older cars is the running cost. The more running costs, the taxes and everything like that. But apart from that, they're still good cars. I think a lot of people write off older cars and just go to getting newer cars because obviously the new figures, they're faster, more efficient, blah blah blah, this and the other. As I was saying, this car was claimed to do mid-20s. It's got 16.2 long term. That's crap. My VXR was hitting around 25 miles to the gallon. This is what, 16, as I was saying. So, and what, probably like 5 miles per gallon more than an M3 V8 would be. So for a 3-liter straight six, if you own a BMW, if you own a 140, 135i, let me know what's your average mile per gallon. Do you think it's drastically so much more than the older version M3, or do you think it's probably just like a few miles per gallon more on par kind of thing? I mean, you can't be a V8. You just can't be a V8. You just can't. Like, yes, the 3-liter 140i sounds amazing, but you just can't. You know what? There's 2 of them there. I might actually try and get a comparison with sound of both of them. Okay, so now the M2. The M2 is holding its value well, but it's still like super high priced. That car is going to depreciate slightly because obviously they're still in production. It's probably going to come down to mid-20s eventually. Obviously they're holding the value well compared to the M3 and M4. Looks wise, they look amazing. Like I prefer the M2 over the M3 and M4. Now the M3 actually looks really aggressive. The M3 actually looks very aggressive, but the M2 just steals it for me. So it looks wise, the M2 is amazing. Performance wise now, it comes as standard at around what, 360 bhp. 360 bhp. The M2 comes at around 360 brake horsepower. The 140i comes at around 340, 320 brake horsepower, and then the old M3 comes at around 414 brake horsepower. So you see where I'm going with this? Like, for the same, you get over 400 brake horsepower. I mean, the torque is a lot less because it's not turbocharged, but it's a V8. Don't get me wrong, the M2 would probably outperform the old, I don't know. I'd really like to see, I need to watch a video to see if the M2 is actually faster than the older M3, because the M3 is more powerful. I think they probably got around the same 0 to 60 time, because people were getting like 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds with the V8 M3. So I think they're probably around the same 0 to 60 time. I mean, the M2 might get away, but eventually the bigger engine V8 would just surpass that. I would imagine that would be the case. And the M2 is probably like much more, probably set up a lot better to deal with like around track. I don't know. They're still brilliant cars. Like, to compare, you can't compare a new car to an older generation in a sense, because obviously the newer car is going to be more refined. It's going to be newer technology, so it's going to handle and drive better. But for just the purpose of value for money, I think the M3 wins. I think I might be on this boat by myself. Windows down, Tono. That was loud. Yeah. So you know what? I'm blabbering on a lot. We're gonna actually go have a look at an M3 right now. So I'm gonna go around the M3, show you all the things that I like about it, probably do a startup, and yeah, just tell you why I really like that car. And you know, like just how some people have like dream cars that they would like to own. As I said, the M3 has always been one of my dream cars. Yes, it's an older car, it won't be able to keep up with the newer cars, but it's one of those cars I've always wanted to own. And I think if the chance comes around where I can own one, I think I probably still will. Yeah, but we're gonna have a look at that car. Oh, flipping out, don't tell me this is an M140i, is it? I think it is. This is a 135i right next to me. What the hell is this guy doing, fam? He's a madman. There's a police station right here. I don't really want to go for it right here. I don't know if you can see him over there. You probably can. There's traffic. It's snowing, so we're both at... Oh, that's the wrong light. I don't want to rag my car too much, man. Bloody hell, it's not fixed. But I keep getting temptations. Sport. Yeah, he's gone. I just got left by a 135i. Yeah. That's probably remapped. Yeah, that's not stock, it's remapped. That's the only reason why I left him. It's not remapped, it's remapped. Ooh. Okay, so here we are sitting inside the lovely BMW M3. This is a DCT version, as you can see, and does this car feel dated? Does this car feel dated? Not at all. Obviously you have the classic BMW like thing right there that hasn't changed for years, but carbon fiber. Oh my word. Oh, those click so nicely. Does this feel dated at all? The seats are comfy, red leather, white, red interior, white exterior. I know I've only got it like inside the showroom, so the light isn't the best. Oh, but boy do I love this car. It is the 4-door version, the lovely bonnet scoop, one of the just the iconic BMW M3 thing. That's just like the vents. Oh, let's look at the back. The dual tip exhaust. It is dark, so I'm sorry. I'll try and get a video with this car in the light itself. But I just came down while I'm making this video to show you why I love this car so much. And obviously I have to do a startup. It is a cold start. Can I pop the bonnet? Let's pop the bonnet and look underneath this hood. Let's pop the bonnet. How do you pop this bonnet? It's on the other side, I reckon. Where is the thing? Oh my God. Just a look at that beast of an engine. V8. Just look how big it is, like. I can't say anything else, like, hold on 1 second. Okay, so we managed to get a bit of light now. I'm gonna start it up. I just want to hear this thing. It's cold, as this car probably hasn't been started for a few days. Let's hope the battery isn't dead. Oh, that would annoy me because you know my look already. So I'm gonna start it up. Let's listen to that bloody V8. It's like, oh, I've never heard a V8 cold start like this before, especially from my fingertips. This is gonna be flipping amazing. Oh, it just lights up as soon as like you open the door. Everything just lights up in there. Let's not hit this car. Everything's so light. The door's light, the engine bay's light. It's so light. Let's put this camera at the back actually. I'm praying the battery. Well, it shouldn't be dead because the car opened up and the lights came on, so the battery shouldn't be dead. Oh my God, this one is so sound lit. So stupid. I tried to start it and I thought the battery was dead, but I didn't realize you have to put the key. I didn't realize you have to put the key in. So I just put the key in right there, and then obviously everything just came on. Whew, okay, so now it's that time. My camera is all fucked up. Mate, the thing sounds mad. There's no way a 140i sounds as good as this. There's no way. Okay, now it's calmed down. And another thing, another feature I love about it as well is the warming up gauge. So it tells you like how long before you can actually boot it. I think it red lines at 8,400 RPM. It sounds like a bike. I mean, I've been in an M3 before, I pulled out, and the downshift just sounds amazing. I mean, that exhaust wasn't stock, but the downshift just sounds amazing. Listen to this. And the car vibrates along with it. Oh my God. Mate, this is a different level. Like, when you rev a 135i, the car does not move like this. It's just like vroom, vroom. I am finished. You guys, if you want to see me buy this car, then obviously you have to subscribe, like, share all my videos, get me that YouTube money. It's got 57,608 miles and it's going for 24 grand. Oh. So as I was saying, for 24 grand, you can get a decent, a pretty low mileage 140i. And is it comparable to this V8? Can you really compare a 140? I mean, yes, as I was saying, yes, it's newer, it's more refined, this, that, and the other. the interior isn't that, like, trust me, I'm sitting in this and I do not feel like I'm in an old car. Oh my god. I don't feel like I'm in an old car. Just listen to that thing. I think I want to get it. I'm turning it off. I'm not going to take it for a drive today. I just came to admire it, rev it, and just see if I really want one, and I really want one. I want this car. I want this car. I want to take it out for a drive. Oh, so bad. I'll see what I can do. I'll try and get an insurance on it. I'll take, oh my God. Best experience with an M car. Not the best experience of the beast is locked in a cage. I really want to take it out. I just wanted to make this video just to tell you guys why I'll consider getting one. And after hearing that and after looking at it, maybe you guys can see where I'm coming from. For this price, I mean, what can you get that can compete? I'm sure the AMGs and the A4, the RS4B9, I think, or B7. I'm not sure what the value of those are, but you just can't beat this car. And it's not even aged that bad either. I'm sure it still looks, it's 2010, so 8 years of age, not that bad, 7.5 maybe. It's not that bad. I'm really like, I will get one down the line. Oh my God, I really want to take it for a drive so bad. Hopefully I can one of these days and share the experience if you just make a dope video. Anyways, leave in the comments what you guys think. If you someday like to see me own this car on the channel and just yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I was mumbling on a lot, but hopefully I got my point across. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe. If you subscribe, then you might see this in the channel soon. And leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. See you soon, Beast. Oh. Yeah.